Welcome back, metal scrapped collectors. Today I'm bringing you an absolutely chaotic banger of a match on the one renowned Supreme Commander map, introducing our professional player for the blue team, Blossom. Going to be opening up as Cortex Air, and his co-commander, Nuclear Guy, as Armada. Going to be opening with some hovercrafts with some cheeky gameplay. And while that's unfolding, we have a bit of action in the middle of the map here, as it looks like everyone's fighting for control. It looks like it's settled down. Both teams take a sip of their coffee, perhaps reading a book on the side as they relax and enjoy the view. Robots exploding. This is part of the party. But anyways, as that is happening, let's back on up and look at our top commander for the red team, X-Thrawn, and going to be a Armada Air player as well, another supportive role, and Anda Panda, an Armada bot player, going to be playing in the tech position. Now the action is getting very fierce on the front line here. The thugs here making sure that these Armada bots don't stand a chance, shelling them away, blasting them into a new dimension. And over here on the right side of the map here, we have some strategic misplays. Just like that misplay, I'm not smashing that sub button, hitting that like, because this, I'll be bringing you guys tons of Beyond All Reason casts, so why wouldn't you do that? Baby Punji gonna be pushing up now with his thugs. Gonna be forced to grab his 4.3 mechs here. This is huge for your overall economy. How about we jump into the economy real quick? The main way you get metal in Beyond All Reason is you grab these metal nodes that are scattered around the map. Right now, Baby is only gathering 13 metal per second, and when he grabs that, that's basically a 30% increase to his overall eco. Never do math in a video, boys. I just made an error, and that's okay. We learn from our mistakes, just like the mistake of walking those thugs into turrets and getting gunned down. That brings us into another big mechanic in Beyond All Reason. When a unit dies, enemy, structure, or even the commander, it drops behind 60 to 70% of the metal it costs to create that, furthering the economy advantage if your units are dying on the other side of the map. These thugs are getting huge value. Right now, Lure 2-3 has nothing to answer this. My man must be AFK because he has 0 units. Perhaps he was too busy looking up electronics and how to properly program his engineer, but in reality he needs to be programming his factory over here to produce some units. He's gonna lose his commander for virtually free here. Boom goes the dynamite. That man just dug himself his own grave. Grab your shovels, boys, because this man is turned into a giant graveyard of nothing but regret and despair. Baby Punji now sees an opportunity here, gonna look to fortify this position. With that commander knocked down, that's 1.2k metal on the field, and denying that from your enemy or reclaiming it for yourself can be huge here. But the instant goblins are here to suck it dry, boy. They brought their 5-inch straw and sucked that baby dry. They call him the Glizzy Guzzler 9000 because he sucks harder than even a vacuum cleaner. Anyways, let's zoom in on the map, as the middle of the map's not the only part that really matters. C has been completely won by Nuclear Guy, dominating the sea. This is huge, as later on he'll be able to support the middle. Meanwhile, on the right flank here, we have Swallowed War, slowly but surely gonna be winning the sea. We have C winning on both sides here, so relatively even. How about the economy of players? As within 6 minutes, tier 2 is starting to come online. He's gonna look to hand that over to his teammates, furthering their economic advantage. Over on blue side, they also have their tier 2 up and ready. Tier 2 is much stronger than Tier 1, as it gives you a huge power bump in terms of utility and raw pushing power. His teammates requesting him for push, and he's not even there to back him up. He wants him to do all the dirty work while he sips on his Mountain Dew and eats his bag of Doritos. What is bro doing? The Whistle is here pushing up, getting some big damage. These thugs now outnumbered, and he's out of good decisions, and he continues to walk up here. This man is not farming robots anymore. He's farming bad decisions, and this guy's going to be top the leaderboard, losing his thugs for basically free. He's not building a base anymore, boys. He's not building an army. This man's building an entire metal scrap field, as all his units just go in and die one by one. Junso on his flank though, making sure he has a Whistler spam here to prevent anyone from walking up. The thugs looking to continuously shell away, and right now both players are slowly getting huge ground here as the thugs continue to rain down from above. The Whistlers are not in position to stop this. Perhaps he turned his monitor off or was watching an anime on the side. What is this man doing? I can tell you it's not playing Beyond All Reason. As these thugs look to walk up, get more damage, his teammate is there to back him up. This push in the middle of the map is looking very good for these players as they're slowly but surely gaining ground. But that's not the most valuable part, as they're able to secure these 4.3 metal extractors, giving them a huge economic advantage and also buying their team time, as red team right now has zero pressure on them besides the sea, which means they can eco even harder, where blue team has to be scared of a break. And if they break and the floodgates start to open and the thugs start mugging, that's going to be a problem. As the Whistlers looking to shell away, slowly poking up, turrets getting farmed for free. Perhaps a charity donation was in order, as another LT spots nothing but disappointment as his commander allows it to die for free, giving these Whistlers more XP. They have so much range. The thugs have a hard time catching up to Whistlers because the range are so much different. 380, well, a Whistler has 475, so way higher. But now, with the momentum, they see an opportunity. They smell the fear. They smell the rust on the robots, and they're going to push through. Meanwhile, the radars are dropping. Not like they would matter anyways, because they're just spotting terrible decisions. As these D-guns go wide, the thugs are pushing up. Two commanders are now forced to hold the line here. Witness them, brothers, as they sacrifice themselves on the front line. But no, they're backing up. They decide they want to live. Perhaps a little selfish, and they are dropping insanely low. The thugs are good at kiting here, forced to turn this commander into a submarine, as he's can't take any more damage. He has to go down. But there is a 3.2k metal field, boys. Grab your spoons, grab your forks. It's an all-you-can-eat metal buffet, and I'm hungry. Few thugs here looking to push up. Getting some big damage though. Cirrus cloaking his commander. When in doubt, cloak and wait. The commander went nuclear with bad decisions as it decides to walk into a torpedo launcher and give us a glorious one big one firework. The thugs now have made it past the line of defense here. The commander was in range to stop this, but now the airplane will be forced to respond, building some shurikens. Good job shutting it down. Right now, let's zoom out at the map and see what's really going on. Both seas have been completely won. Eco players are still ecoing like crazy, as the purple player is still choosing the eco, not helping the front yet. But meanwhile, red's knocking on their door, and with a single mistake could break the entire game open like a can opener. A couple of shurikens still stunning. They can't keep pushing up because they have no air. I think their air player might be smoking a joint or what, because he ain't doing nothing. Oh no, he's going tier 2. He's going all in on the nuclear bomber. Never mind. This man sees one thing and one thing only: nuclear war, and he's looking happy. As the relentless onslaught continue, pink is pushing up. Green is funding his army at this point with store credit alone. He has 3 maces to his name, and perhaps an uninstall on the way, as these thugs with a tier 2 gunslinger is now on the board here. Let's watch this bad boy. This guy can completely change the course of battle. The commander looking to get the D-gun. He had a plan, but his plan just went up in smoke. The pink now getting a huge advantage here, getting between a rock and a hard place though. He's just parking still. Perhaps this is an intimidation tactic, looking to force the team into surrendering as he shoots his own units with the Janus. Perhaps he didn't want them. He wanted a handicap. He thought red team had too big of an advantage, and he wanted to give himself a handicap to make the game more fair. Honestly, I can relate to that, as sometimes when I'm winning too hard, I like to throw away my units and blame my team, because I like to have a challenge. Perhaps pink is the same way. Red now coming with his air. Let's watch the nuclear bomber, as this thing can completely decide the game. It's coming in with the fall of this bad boy. He's microing it hard. He's about to drop. There goes the bot lab, down in one shot. Catastrophic damage, leveling the base into a barren wasteland. He's gonna micro it back here. Scared of losing it, doesn't want to lose that 2,200 metal unit, wants to continue harassing. No, he won't even go into the turrets. He's playing very scared and respectful. He doesn't know how many fighters blue has. Right now, he definitely can press. Blue does not have enough fighters to contest him. He's going for the ship lab. No, perhaps decision. This man cannot make up his mind. He's going. No. Boom. There goes the Geo. Devastating Green's economy. He made him go back to the Stone Age. He went in for another strike and lost it for free. That wasn't a push. That was a war crime in progress. But he did actually get some explosion here. I wonder how that happened. Maybe the plane crashed in. Perhaps one last ditch effort to bring it back. The front line has now pretty much collapsed. Red team has a commanding position on the right sea, the air, and in the central. The Whistler is slowly poking up. Tier 2 should be on the board. I'm surprised our frontline players haven't transitioned into Tier 2 yet. Perhaps scared. They want to put on the pressure. These Stoots looking to walk up. That's what I call a blunder, boys. I wouldn't be surprised if these robots start calling HR on this commander, as he's fed his units not once but twice. But this is the third time he sacrificed them to the thug gods. And I would not want to be in his robot army. Perhaps his units might even start protesting, as this Stoot just walks into 20 units and gets completely evaporated and sent over to Narnia. Maybe he went to Robot Jesus and he'll be questioning why he was built in this guy's army, as he was just sacrificed for no apparent reason. Now with the reinforcements coming in from the... that is a name. Gonna be looking to put the nail in the coffin. Get their hammers out, get the shovels, boys, as this one's all but over. They're pushing in relentlessly. Blue has maybe a last-ditch effort, could go for a bomb run, could try and blow up the eco. But the grunts are relentless. They smell the fear, they smell the rust, and they are just devastating Green's base. As they park it there, we have a couple of hounds holding the right side, but slowly getting shelled away by an agitator. Those hounds not having a fun time. They probably were wishing they were off in a beach somewhere drinking a martini. As being completely abandoned and forgotten about, as they're slowly but surely whittled away. The resign vote is now coming out. All hope has been lost. Blue team finally gonna give in, and that will be the game. As we look out on the map one last time before they surrender, their team is calling each other useless idiots. The rage is starting to swell, as there is multiple malfunctions in these commanders' brains, but that's okay, because at the end of the day, we can always just reboot them. Wait, you can't reboot them? Oh, here are the statistics. Pink with the 100k, baby 86k. If I had to pick the MVP for this match, I would have given it to the orange player, as he cemented their advantage hard by killing this army, as the thugs mugged those poor robots.